Once upon a time, in a little town, there lived a tailor named Real. Real passed his days making the most beautiful dresses and clothes for all the people of the town. One day, as Real was sitting and sewing away in his room, some flies came swarming around him. At first, he tried to shoo them away.
Ah! These flies are so annoying! Go away! Shoo! Ha! They've gone. Did they think they'd be a match for me? Ah! More flies! They must be as sweet as jam if there are so many. Disappear, all of you! Ooh! 7 flies! I chased off 7 flies all alone. The flies are so afraid of me. I am such a brave person. The whole world should know about this.
So he took whatever he could find in his house, and that was just a piece of cheese. He put it in his pocket and set out to tell the world of his bravery. As he traveled, he came upon a bird which was stuck in a bush.
I feel this bird may come in use to me. I will keep it with me.
So he put the little bird in his bag and continued to walk on his way. He finally came to a hill. Real was tired from walking so much, so he decided to rest.
That walk was so tiring. This rock should be fine to rest my back against. This is so Oh!
Real was very startled, for the rock that moved away was not a rock at all. As he looked up, Rio saw that he had leaned against a giant's foot. And now there stood the giant, huge and looming over poor tiny Real.
My goodness, a giant! The rock was his toe. No wonder it was so smelly.
Don't call my toe smelly, you puny little human. Do you not know who I am? I am the mightiest giant that ever roamed this planet. I have defeated many wars and fought many battles. Have you never heard of me?
Nope. But have you heard of me? I'm the one who chased away 7 all alone.
7?
Yes, 7, all alone.
But what 7 did he chase away? Were they men? Were they giants? What if they were flies? Nah, no one would go around boasting about chasing away flies. All right then, let me test your strength. Can you do this?
The giant lifted up a huge rock and squeezed it in his hands. It broke apart and crumbled into dust.
Is that it? I can turn a rock into water.
And Rio pulled out the cheese from his bag and squeezed it hard. The giant watched as all the liquid ran out of the cheese. He did not know it had been cheese and believed what Rio had told him.
Very well, but let's see how well you throw.
And he picked up a boulder and threw it far in the air. It landed quite a distance away with a huge thump.
Ha! Let's see you beat that!
That is the easiest thing you have asked me.
And he reached back into his bag and pulled out the bird. He hid it well in his hands, and as he threw it, so the giant couldn't see that it was a bird and not a rock. The bird was extremely happy to be set free and flew away into the sky.
How did you do that? My rock fell to the ground. Why didn't your rock do the same?
Because I threw it better. It means you are weaker than me, as you are smelly.
I am not smelly. Fine then. I have to carry this tree back to my cave. You must help me carry it. Will you be able to?
Of course I will. You can carry the trunk. I will carry the branches.
But the trunk looks heavier. Why should I carry it?
Great giant. Since the trunk lies to the front, you should carry that. Since I do not know the way to your cave, I will carry the back part of the tree.
So the giant agreed to Real's suggestion. For although the giant was strong and mighty with a voice like thunder, he wasn't so sharp in his mind. And since he carried the heavy trunk, he couldn't look behind. If he had done that, he would have seen Real sitting happily and lazily on the branches.
How can he be whistling? Are the branches not heavy for him? Must be strong. I cannot have someone stronger than me. I must get rid of him.
At last, they reached the cave. Rio leaped down from the branches, and the giant turned around.
Are you not out of breath? Wasn't the walk in the tree too much for you?
I have chased away 7 with just a swish of my hand. Carrying a huge tree up some long hills is nothing for me. It was so very easy. Good exercise, you see.
Humph! Well, why don't you stay the night here? Or do you have a place to stay?
No, I do not. I will gladly stay here for the night.
So Rio and the giant dined together that night and finally went to sleep. However, Rio's bed was too big for him, so he went to the corner of the room and slept there. In the middle of the night, the giant came into his room and stood over the bed. He had an iron club with him, and with it, he smashed the huge bed in half.
There! Now that I've gotten rid of him, I can sleep well tonight.
When morning came, the giant was happily having his breakfast. Just then, the doors to Rio's room were thrown wide open, and out walked Rio.
Good morning, Mr. Smelly Giant. I had a very good sleep, but I'm sorry to say your bed is broken. I may have stretched too much last night.
How? How are you alive? This is too much for me.
The giant, overcome with fear, ran out of the cave, never to be seen again. Rio continued on his journey once again. This time, he reached a kingdom. He went into the gardens and fell asleep on the soft grass. There, a guard saw him sleeping and woke him up.
Who are you, and how dare you enter the great king's palace? Tell your great king that I, the great Riol, who has chased away 7 all alone, has come to see him.
The guard was shocked when he heard this. He took Rio to the king.
Wow, the king's palace. Those flies were really good luck. Greetings, your majesty. I am Riol, the great man who chased away 7 all alone.
That is indeed amazing to hear. My kingdom has been troubled by 2 giants. They scare my people and take away our animals. You must go to the forest where they live and take them on.
Those flies were not good luck.
If you do so, you may marry my daughter and have half the kingdom as your own.
They were definitely good luck. Ahem. As you wish, your majesty. I will go to this forest and return to you with only good news.
Good. You may take as many soldiers with you as you please.
Good king, I do not need any soldiers at all. I will go on my own and defeat these 2 giants easily.
So off he went into the deep forest, and when he reached there, he saw the 2 giants sleeping soundly. He climbed an apple tree just above the sleeping giants and plucked 2 apples.
Now, let's have some fun.
He threw an apple on one of the giants. It hit the giant on his head and woke him up.
Hey, did you hit me just now? What? What are you talking about? Can't you see I'm sleeping? Why would I hit you? Go back to sleep. Maybe I was dreaming.
And he went back to snoring. Rio threw another apple, but this time on the second giant. He woke up angrily in pain.
Ow! Did you hit me? Huh? No, I didn't. Did you not see me sleeping? I am sure you hit me. You woke me up once, and now you're tricking me again.
Just then, Rio threw an apple to the other side. This distracted the 2 giants as they heard the sound of the apple hitting a tree's bark.
I think someone is out there trying to trouble us. Well, he is not very intelligent then. Let's go and get him.
As the 2 went under the other tree, a large cage dropped down and trapped them. The 2 giants tried their best to break out of the cage. Soon they got tired and passed out. Real smiled.
Gotcha! Your Highness, I have trapped the giants. Now do I get the princess and kingdom?
So easily? No, not yet. I have one more task for you. At the end of the kingdom, in the woods, lives a unicorn. Bring it to me. Only then will you marry my daughter and have half the kingdom.
I shall do what you ask of me gladly.
So off he went into the woods to capture the unicorn. When he saw it, it was indeed a very beautiful creature. When it saw Real, it spoke to him angrily.
Who are you? Why have you entered my forest?
I have been sent by the king to bring you back with me.
The king? Ha! The king had his chance to take me. I asked him to grant just one wish of mine, but he couldn't do so.
And what wish is that? Let me try to grant it for you.
I wish to see a rainbow. I have never seen one in my life, and all my friends have done so. If you can do that, I will go with you back to the kingdom.
Real looked up. It was cloudy and was soon going to rain. He thought for a moment, and an idea struck him.
Is that all? It is an easy task. I can show you the rainbow in a few moments.
Just then it started to rain very heavily. Real and the unicorn ran under the trees for cover.
You lied to me. I wanted a bright rainbow, and you have given me the rain.
I am a magician, and I draw magic from the rain. Once I have absorbed all the power, I will show you the rainbow.
The rain soon stopped, and as the clouds parted, it revealed a rainbow.
Now, look there. Look up in the sky.
Oh, how lovely! The colors fill my heart with happiness. Oh, thank you, great magician. As I promised, I will come with you to the king.
And so, Real and the unicorn walked back to the kingdom together.
Good king, I have brought you the unicorn. You must now keep your promise.
Very well. You may have half my kingdom and marry my daughter tomorrow.
So the very next day, a grand marriage ceremony was held, and the kingdom rejoiced. That night, when they were in bed, the princess heard Real speak in his sleep.
Here, boy, cut that coat and sew it right.
Coat? Sewing? My husband is no one special or noble. He's just an ordinary tailor.
The princess went angrily to her father and told him what she had heard.
But I cannot tell him to just leave. It won't be right. But don't worry, my dear. I will have my guards take him away tonight.
While the king was talking, a minister who liked Real very much heard what the king had said. He went to find Real and told him all that the king had spoken.
Real, tonight you are in grave danger. The king is trying to get rid of you. You must be careful.
Oh, is that so? The king is really ungrateful then. Well, thank you, sire. I will see what can be done.
That night, outside Real's room, came the king's guards to take him away. They stood there making sure that Real was sleeping. Real was wide awake and alert. He heard the sounds made by the guards as they came. He spoke loudly.
I am the great and mighty Real. I am the man who chased away 7 all alone, turned the hardest rock into water, and trapped 2 of the most dangerous giants.
Is he talking in his sleep?
I've heard people snore loudly. Never knew they could speak loudly as well.
Why must I be afraid of the people who stand outside my door waiting to pounce on me? Do they need more proof of how strong I am?
He knew we were here. Run! I don't want this wrath upon us. Run!
And they ran away back to their quarters. Real slept soundly once he was sure no one was there anymore. From then on, no one ever questioned Real on how strong he was. He ruled half his kingdom with pride and enjoyed life with his wife. Real had not been strong. It wasn't his strength that gave him success. It was the way he had used his wit and brains to be a ruler of half an entire kingdom.
Ew! A fly in my jab! How disgusting!
Allow me to swat it, my dear. They bring me very good luck.
And it may have also been a little luck which decided to fly his way.